My name's Terry Gipson. I teach communications at the State University of New York. I'm a former New York State Senator, and I'm coming to you live from an undisclosed location because the federal government has decided that these HawkTalks are illegal and you could be arrested for watching this program. Okay, fine. It's not really true. I'm standing in a TV studio that's on the campus of SUNY New Paltz, and this is a place where college students come to learn about video production. And in fact, the entire program is being produced and directed and designed by college students. They're everywhere. There's a college student there, there's a college student there, there's one over there. And we are in the United States of America, so you can't be arrested for watching this program. Come on! Just sit back and relax. You really have nothing to worry about. Or do you? What if I told you that 87% of the world's population lives in countries where access to the media is much more limited than what you and I experience here in the United States? Well, according to a recent survey by Freedom House, they're an independent watchdog organization. We Americans are part of just a small sliver of the world's population that can freely watch whatever we want, whenever we want, wherever we want, without fear of government intrusion or retribution. Now, why is that? Well, I would like to suggest that it's all because of voting. So if you think about it, since the founding of our country, we the people have been electing other people that have made decisions that have influenced, shaped, and reshaped the many freedoms that we experience in our daily lives. For instance, the First Amendment of the Constitution was passed by Congress to prevent the government from curtailing our freedom of speech. This amendment, along with the entire Constitution, was written, passed, ratified by some of our very first state and federal elected officials. Now, the way that we communicate is always changing, and that can be challenging for the people that we elect to represent us. So, in 1934, Congress passed something called the Communications Act. Now, this was in response to new inventions like the telephone, the radio, and the television. This act created the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, which regulates all interstate communications. Now, I want you to think about this. We the people elected other people that decided to regulate our entire communication network. How about that? Now, the FCC is an always changing institution. It is governed by 5 commissioners that are appointed by our country's highest elected official, the President of the United States, and confirmed by the United States Senate. This is a body that is composed of 2 senators from every state that are elected by the people of that state every 6 years. Now, the FCC has a lot of examples of why changes in our society are a direct reflection of the people that we elect to represent us. For instance, in 1949, the FCC came up with a new policy called the Fairness Doctrine. This required broadcasters to cover controversial issues in a manner that was equitable, fair, balanced, in the FCC's opinion. Imagine that. Then, if you flash forward to 1987, we have a whole new set of commissioners that are appointed by a new president, President Ronald Reagan, and confirmed by a whole new group of senators. This time, the FCC decides to eliminate the Fairness Doctrine. This is probably the beginning of the biased and partisan media coverage that we often experience today. Now, if you want a more recent example, you can look at the FCC's position on net neutrality, which in short determines how our access to the internet is regulated or not regulated. In 2017, a new FCC chairman appointed by President Donald Trump announced a new policy that would allow internet service providers to limit our access to the internet based on our willingness and our ability to pay. Now, this is a very controversial issue, and it's directly connected to campaign finance laws that are written and passed by people that we elect and determine how a corporation can influence government through political campaign contributions. Now, we the people are represented by many elected officials at all levels of government, and it's our responsibility to find out where they stand on the issues that are important to us. Call their office, ask them questions, listen to what they have to say. And if you're not happy with what you hear, well, maybe you want to vote for someone else. Or maybe run for office yourself. And also think about this. If you ever feel as if your access to information is being limited, or you feel as if your freedom of speech has been curtailed, think about going to court and asking a judge to help you. You can do that if you want. But just remember that most of the judges that preside over our court system are elected by, you guessed it, we the people. And the other judges are nominated and appointed by the people that we elect. Look, there's just no getting around it. We the people have an opportunity to influence the freedoms that we experience every day. And we can do that by voting in every single election. So if you will excuse me, I do need to go find out where the next elections are happening in my area because I've got to get ready to vote. And I invite you to join me. Thank you.